Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you about how to play Pikmin 4 into your PC. The game just recently got out and you cannot play this game into your PC without owning a Nintendo Switch console. So what you need first is that you'll need to have all of the three files that I have highlighted here in my desktop. Should have those three files here. And also you'll need to install an app called Ryujinx. So for those who don't know what is Ryujinx, Ryujinx is an emulator that can play Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of those three files installed in Ryujinx emulator. So first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get Ryujinx officially. So I'm going to minimize this and open a web browser and just type in Ryujinx emulator and hit search. And then go to ryujinx.org, that is their official website, so be sure to click on that. And then go to download. And if you're using Mac, be sure that you are in Mac OS 11 or later version in order for you to install Ryujinx. And if you're in Linux, you can get the installer here. And if you're from Windows, just like me, you can get the installer here. I am using Windows 11 and there's no issues regarding running Ryujinx in Windows 11. So since I have already installed Ryujinx to my PC, so I'm just going to skip on this part because the download and installation process is really easy to do and is really straightforward. And any noob can do this. I just showed you guys the official way where to get Ryujinx. So be sure to only get Ryujinx here because this is the only safe way to do this. So I'm just going to minimize this now. And I'm going to assume that you have already installed the latest build of Ryujinx. As of recording this video tutorial, the latest build of Ryujinx is version 1.1965. And if this is your first installation, be sure to boot up Ryujinx now. And you'll be met with certain errors saying that you will need some certain files to be installed into your Ryujinx so that you'll be able to play Switch games. And without those files, you'll not be able to play any Switch games at all. So what are those files? Those files are these three files here that I have highlighted. Both should be, the firmware, the Nintendo Switch firmware, and the Nintendo Switch keys. These are the files. Both should be in version 16.0.3 in order for it to run and play Pikmin 4. And your Pikmin 4 should either be in XEI or NSB file format. So, if you're asking me where to get all of these files, the only legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console and have modded it and have installed a custom firmware in it, because if it has a custom firmware, that means that you can access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just copy all of the Nintendo Switch firmware and all of the Nintendo Switch key files, copy everything, transfer them from your Switch to your PC. And in order for you to get Pikmin 4, there's no other way around this but to purchase the game legally. You should own the game, have a physical copy of it or a digital copy of it which you bought from eShop. And you can now digitally back up that game either in XEI or an SB file format, just like mine here. So if you have a Switch but don't know how to mod or install a custom firmware in it, or you don't have a Switch but still wants to know how to play Pikmin 4 but don't know where to get all these files, so I'm just going to save you the hassle and teach you where to get all of these three files here. So in order for you to get all of these three files, I'm just going to leave a QR code here in the screen wherein you can scan it with your QR code reader. And once you have scanned that QR code reader, you will be redirected to the page wherein you'll be able to get all of these three files here, which is approms.com. And once you are in that site, be sure to hover down in the middle part of the website so that you'll get the NSB file format of Pikmin 4. And once you have done that, hover down a little bit in the bottom part of the website so that you'll get the Nintendo Switch firmware and the Nintendo Switch keys from there. So assuming that you're using your mobile phone in downloading these files, just transfer them into your PC using a USB cable, assuming that you're using an Android mobile device. So I'm going to assume now that you already have a copy of all of these three files, so it's time to install them in Ryujinx emulator. To do this, just go to Ryujinx, go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then Open System folder. Then open the key 16.0.3 here, zip file. All you have to do is drag and drop or copy and paste this file and transfer them into this folder. This folder should be empty because it is your first installation, so I'm going to close in that now. So the next step is to install the Nintendo Switch firmware. To do this is go to Ryujinx, go to Tools, go to Install a firmware from XEI or zip file, click on that, and then go to Firmware, click on the firmware file, double click on that, and then you'll have to install it. Hit yes, and we'll say successfully installed. And here right below it will say version 16.03, the same way as the firmware version of the Switch. And also it will now detect all of your Nintendo Switch games and show you their game icons. So if you see a game that is blank or black into your library, that means that you're using an outdated firmware and outdated keys. So be sure to only follow the QR code that we have put in the screen so that you'll only get the latest files to play Pikmin 4. So the next step now is to optimize your Ryujinx simulator so that you'll be able to play Pikmin 4 with no issues. To do this, just go to Ryujinx, Options, then go to Settings. And in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see from here on out, okay? So this is for the General tab, and the game directories could be anywhere into PC, as long as you know where they are, and that your game should either be in XCI or NSP file format for Ryujinx for it to be detected, okay? I'm going to go to Input, and here, go to Player 1 and hit Configure. And then my Nintendo Switch Pro controller has been detected here. You can also connect your Xbox or PlayStation controller here, and then just map them up according to your liking. But both left and right sticks should be in 0.20%, so there'll be no drifting into your playthroughs. If you don't not set this in 0.20%, then you'll be having a hard time playing Switch games, okay? So be sure to check on that. Now, hit save. Now go to System. This part, just pause the video and copy every setting. System region is subjective. You can change it to whatever region you like and language you like. And also the volume here, you can change this to your preferable volume. Now I'm going to go to graphics, so that's the most important part, so be sure to copy everything. So graphics backend multi-threading should be on, and graphics backend API should be in Vulkan. Your preferred GPU should be your dedicated graphics card, and in the enhancements, you should enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Now for resolution scale, you should go for 2x resolution, so that the game will look sharper and much more beautiful than the native resolution of the Switch. But if your PC can't handle that, then just revert back to the native resolution, which is the 720p 1080p resolution of the Switch. But if you've got a powerful CPU and graphics card, then you can change this to whatever resolution you like. Okay, but for me, 2x resolution is the best. Now post-processing effect should be none, upscale should be bilinear, and isotropic filtering should be auto, and aspect ratio should be in 16:9. And once done, hit apply and save. Now your Ryujinx simulator is now fully optimized to run Pikmin 4 and all of the previously released Nintendo Switch games into your PC. As long as you have their XCI and NSP file format, you'll be able to play this game with no issues at all. So a little bit of disclaimer, guys, I will not be able to show you a gameplay of Pikmin 4 because we all know that Nintendo is real strict. They don't like this kind of content, and they reject this kind of content to be shown on the internet or in YouTube. So if I showed you guys a gameplay of Pikmin 4 running into my PC with max performance using Ryujinx simulator, then my channel will be taken down and my videos will be taken down. So why you only see a few videos running around in YouTube like this, because YouTube and Nintendo bans this kind of content. So I hope you guys do understand on that part, okay? So as long as you follow all the steps in this video tutorial, then you're guaranteed to get all of these files, be able to play Pikmin 4, you'll be able to optimize your Ryujinx simulator to run Pikmin 4 with no issues at all. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of Pikmin 4, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer all of them as fast as I could. Thank you for watching, subscribe to my channel, this will help me out, and goodbye for now.